Exploring V and Evey's complex relationship in V for Vendetta. Human relationships may be of a different kind, and for some people, some of the relationships may seem strange, others may believe them to be ideal. Therefore, it is possible to say that people choose the way they are going to communicate with others on the basis of their character and on the basis of their personal vision of reality. Reading the V for Vendetta by Alan Moore, it is possible to see interesting and contradicting relationships between V and Evey. Their relationships may be considered strange and uncommon for many people, however, they are extremely important for these two people. Thus, neither Evey nor V ever speaks about love. Moreover, the secrets V carries do not allow the readers to understand what he really thinks about Evey until he tells it. Thus, the relationships of these two people are based on the feeling of devotion and desire to reach the common purpose together, to make sure that the government is destroyed. However, the last scene shows the reader the real V or the one he wants the audience to see it as dying. He tells Evey about his feelings and the dreams which may come true if she helps him. Remembering the consequences of how V and Evey got acquainted, it is not difficult to imagine that romantic feelings are going to be present even though these feelings are not displayed in the manner we got used to them. Thus, Evey was saved by V from the hands of the Finger, the police department, which is responsible for punishing those who do not support the regime and whose devotion to the regime is not that great. It should be stated that the main idea in the book is the struggle against fascism, which is presented as the ideal regime for imaginary Britain. Being guided to protect people from this regime and from the rules and the measures of punishment that exist there, V saves Evey. V brings Evey into the place and tells her to stay to make sure that no one is able to find her. When the reader believes it to be the devotion and good attitude, V shows just the desire to have a companion. Being strong, fast, and clever, V still needs someone who is going to help him. Evey seems the best person for this task. Thus, there is no place for devotion in this case. The situation when V wants to use Evey to solve the problem of the wrong regime in the country makes it impossible for the reader to consider the situation from the side of the feelings. It is important to remember some facts from the biography of V and the work he performs. Being subjected to some specific experiments from which other people died, V managed to become stronger. However, he has become mentally ill, which is reflected in some of his considerations and actions. The desire to use the girl for the battle with a strong and dangerous opponent does not show V as a loving person. As has already been mentioned, being a mysterious character, the reader never knows his real feelings. Evey's attitude to V is also contradicting. On the one hand, this person saved her and deserved her highest devotion, on the other hand, his actions and the mystery makes her mad, and she sometimes is even being afraid of him sometimes. However, Evey's warm feelings to V may still be seen. The real attitude of V to even may be seen in the scene when V is dying. I fell in life with you, Evey, like I no longer believed I could. And every day that drew this day closer made me understand that it wasn't blood I wanted, it was another chance. For roses. Not for me, for all of us. What do these words denote? These words are the confirmation that the love V feels is contradicting. On the one hand, this person has managed to fall in love that says about the fact that his heart is not that cold. On the other hand, speaking about love to Evey, V does not forget about his purpose, about his goal to destroy the contemporary British regime. Is it possible to meet a person who is really in love speaking about the national interest before the close death? These lines are about love, but at the same time, these lines prove one more time that he is more devoted to people and to their commonwealth. The feelings of Evey are stronger. After V's death, she continues his affair, trying to unite people for building a new society, a new regime. Are there many women who, after the death of their lovers, are going to continue the affair which killed a person they loved? I am sure that there are not many such people, as they should either be involved in the affair or love the men. Thus, Evey was the one who loved V even though she never said about those feelings. Therefore, it may be concluded that considering the relationships between V and Evey as the main idea of the book, it may be stated that all the circumstances are closely related to the issue. It is possible to say that V and Evey are closely connected even though these people do not say about their feelings. Additionally, it is impossible to check V's feelings as being too close person. The book creator does not provide the reader with the inner world of the character. Evey's warm feelings to V are understood as it is impossible to remain careless to the person who saved you, it is impossible to feel nothing to such secret, and such an attractive man as V. Evey considers V as the hero who saved her, and she unconsciously feels affection to him. The relationships between these people do not develop as V is aimed at destroying the regime, while Evey wants to make all possible to help him as she feels obligation before this person. V's confirmation at the end of the story is a real surprise for Evey. However, there are no particular reasons why she should trust these words. Isn't it the desire to make sure that Evey is going to continue V's way after his death? Can it be considered as the trick V played on others to make those do all he wanted? No one knows the correct answer. It is possible just predict. However, the scene where V dies is the culmination of V's and Evey's relationships.